I'm trying to gather my inspiration, my thoughts. I need to preface this that this, whatever is coming out next, was inspired by Aaron Tomlinson from the New Day Global Community Facebook group. He's been putting out some excellent material in the last week or two, which I highly recommend. So just want to give a shout out to that, to credit him for sparking these thoughts that are about to come out of my mouth. I have another layer to peel back in the human psyche that I have just become aware of because of Aaron's sharing. And I want to give my version of articulation through my perception. And it has to do with the toxicity of Christianity. Now, I know a lot of people are going to refute that, rebut that, but that's because you are only aware in the 5% of your conscious mental mind. You do not see the belly of the beast and what is concealed in the psychological layers of the Christian teaching, of the biblical teachings, of the concept that God is a male, and all the toxic biblical passages that denigrate the woman, beginning in the Garden of Eden. The woman, the seed of the woman would crush the serpent's head. And something Aaron pointed out is that in the biblical communication, the only ones that were cursed was the woman, the serpent, and the ground. And one could say all three of these archetypes are female. Adam was never cursed. Adam was the golden child. Right there, the poison got introduced into the entire structure of Christianity, not even just Christianity, Judaism as well. The three patriarchal Abrahamic religions really are all infused with this poison, this toxicity, this enmity against the female, the feminine. If that wasn't enough of a problem, let me share with you what this ideology, this religion, this psychology, subconscious psychology has done to the earth. Do you realize that the word for earth is matter, material, which the Latin word mater is the word for mother. She is the woman that was cursed in the garden. The serpent was cursed and told that the seed of the woman, which is a man-child, a male, would crush the head of the serpent. Well, the serpent represents the Kundalini feminine energy. The Kundalini is when the serpent stands erect in your body and rises up to open up your third eye and the crown chakra. That is the feminine energy. The seed of the woman would crush the serpent's head, would crush the feminine power. The man-child. Yeah. The human. The male energy, the male offspring. The firstborn Did you notice that Eve only birthed sons in the story? Because women were not worth anything. And then is the woman. The third one was the woman directly that was cursed with being ruled by this male energy, male dominance, and having to bear children in pain. Do you see the problem with the story? Now let me talk about the ramifications this has and has had on our beautiful Mother Earth. Because the feminine energy has been cursed and suppressed and crushed through the hard-heartedness of the male masculine energy, the ego energy, we are stuck. We have our root chakras blocked and stuck and filled with survival issues, with greed, with insecurity, with fear. And because the energy is stuck down there, that translates into greed. The never enough, I never have enough, I need to secure myself with more. I need more, right? That comes from a blocked root chakra. Because of that, it feeds the greed in the masculine energy. Because of the greed, that leads to excessive money, financial trade, and product trade, excessive consumerism. We are raping the earth. We don't need to be consuming all this stuff. We don't need to have a new phone every year. We don't need to drive cars that run 10 miles to the gallon, right? And I'm not advocating for electric cars here. They obviously do not work. They are a danger when they blow up in garages and burn down houses. That technology needs a lot more research if it's ever going to fly. But what's wrong with the technology we have in gas-powered vehicles? Nothing, really. It's just that the technology to make our cars run 200 miles per gallon instead of 20 has been suppressed. We can run gas engines cleaner, more efficiently. We can even build cars that run on water, on HHO, water vapor. The technologies are all there. That's not a problem. We don't have to be wasteful with the resources that Mother Earth is giving us. The point I'm making is this subconscious programming of demeaning, oppressing the feminine energy expresses itself in the unconscious raping of Mother Earth. The disdain we feel towards the feminine translates into how we treat the earth. The rampant deforestation and all the other pollution. We're not mindful about how we transact with the resources of our mother. Does that make sense? This is a subconscious program that we have been injected with like a mind virus. Christianity is a mind virus. Your worship of a male god is a mind virus. It has zero validity because the fruits of that are showing in the earth. Right? As Christians, we consider this earth realm the world of Satan. So we don't want to be here. We don't want to be in this hellhole, but rather escape to heaven, to a better world. Right? That is all driven by the same disdain for the feminine energy. The goddess is subconscious. You're not aware. I'm trying to make you aware now. You are running on a toxic religious psychological program. Right? So we can't keep living like this with this mindset of this is the devil's world. Let it be burnt down and trashed. We're gonna get the hell out of here. No. If you have that attitude, you're not fit for heaven, because your vibration is not a heavenly vibration. You were actually tasked to bring heaven down here. And that requires that you honor the feminine God, that you honor feminine divinity, that you honor the earth and treat her with respect. And transform this into the paradise that this earth was meant to be. All right? Does that make sense? So let me tell you again. It is time to abandon your toxic Christianity, your toxic beliefs that are destroying the earth. You might say, whoever is responsible for setting the fires around the world, whoever is responsible for the climate change, you might say, well, I'm not doing that. In your subconscious programming, in your subconscious non-awareness, you are destroying the earth because you feel such a disdain for this realm. Change the way you feel about this earth. Change the way you feel about your physicality, for you are made of the ground of Mother Earth. You are made from her elements. You see, that also goes back to not loving yourself. If we hate ourselves, that also is an energy that tells the earth we hate the earth. Do you see how this works? Do you see how energy vibrations work? This is why you must love yourself, because being that you are a child of the mother, of Mother Earth, that you're made from the elements, if you hate yourself, those vibrations go right down into the heart of Mother. And then you wonder why there's earthquakes. Then you wonder why she's burning up with rage. Mother Earth needs our love, our honor, and our respect. Forget about going to heaven, because you're going to come back here for the next 14,000 years in multiple incarnations until you, along with the rest of us, get our shit together and honor the earth. Honor the mother with the honor that she is due. The honor that she was robbed by religion, patriarchy, the male god religions. I hope this helps. I hope this enlightens you. Stop with the nonsense of Christian belief and Christian worship. Stop it. Stop it. You're harming the earth.